Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So, today I have an amazing guest, and this, this is somebody I know from way back. So, today we're going to be doing a live on how you can migrate to China through the study route. So, she has gone through this process and she will tell us everything that we need to know about the process. So first off, let us know you. So can you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Ochago Chanya Anna. I'm
Hmm.
currently a master's student in Huazhong Agricultural University, Wuhan, China.
Good. Do you know how to speak Chinese?
A little.
Did you have to learn how to speak Chinese?
Yeah, you have to. I have a year dedicated for language, but
Okay.
my course is taught in English.
Okay. So is that like a prerequisite for you to move to China, or is that something that is part of your course?
It's part of the requirements.
So if somebody wants to move to China, what
Mhm.
is like the step one, step two? Make it very simple for us so that we will know what we need to do first and then work our way through it.
Okay. So basically, there are lots of scholarship available when you're coming to
Okay.
China.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, lots and lots. But there are some countries that are not eligible to some of the scholarship. For example, the Silk Road scholarship. Most African countries are not eligible except Egypt. Yeah, but then yeah, but then I came in through um the Chinese government scholarship. We call it CSC.
okay.
So this scholarship is basically has three types: type A, type B, and type C. Yeah, I came in through type A. Type A
Okay.
is a type of scholarship in which the host country, that is China, and your country, for my case now Nigeria, collaborates, meaning they share the scholarship 50-50. Chinese
Okay.
government, yeah, Chinese government is responsible for my accommodation, tuition,
Mm,
and maybe monthly upkeep. Yeah. Then Nigerian government is responsible for my visa application fee,
okay.
my flight ticket to and fro,
Okay.
and monthly stipend, which doesn't come monthly, by the way.
So you have monthly stipends from Chinese government and from the Nigerian government.
That's how it's supposed to be. Although right now, currently, I haven't been paid by Nigeria government for more than 9 months. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that doesn't sound nice. Okay.
But but that is a type of scholarship. That is the A types of
Okay.
scholarship. Then we have the B type of scholarship. It's basically like the A type of scholarship, but just that you are only under the Chinese government. They are not responsible for your visa application fee. They are not responsible for your flight. They are only responsible for you when you are in China. They give you
Okay.
accommodation, tuition, and stipend, medical bills, and stuff like that. But they are not responsible for your flights or any other thing.
So that's something you have to sort out by yourself.
You have to sort it out by yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the type C scholarship is basically the school scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the same like the type B, but the difference is just the stipend amount.
Okay.
You it it might be $5 $500 lower than type A, but basically is the
It's
same.
the same. Okay.
Yeah.
So for someone who wants to move to China, what is the step one that they have to do first? Like get an international passport. Do you need to get an admission first before you apply for, scholarship, or what do you have to do first?
Okay. Apart from the international passport, which is the very first step,
Mm-hmm.
apart from it, depending on the type you are applying underneath, there is something we call the pre-admission. So
Okay.
when you're applying through type A, you have to apply through an agency. For example,
Mm-hmm.
I applied type A, but then I applied through FSB, Federal Scholarship Board. That is an
Okay.
agency.
Hmm.
Yeah. So first of all, you apply to the agency, and then when you are lucky to be shortlisted after your examination, you'll be sent an agency number,
Mm-hmm.
which will make you'll be able to apply for the type A on the CSC website using the agency number. Okay, and then when you're applying, there are some documents needed. You have
Okay.
to have you have to have what police character report. Police character report. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have it authenticated and notarized by the Chinese embassy in your country.
Oh wow.
Yes. And then you have to have your certificate all authenticated and notarized by the Federal Ministry of Education. That's
Okay.
if you're Ministry of Education in Nigeria, yeah. And
Mm.
then you have to have reference, like reference letter, minimum of two, maximum of three, and then a very good study plan. Very, very good study plan.
Okay. What do you mean by
Yeah.
study plan, though?
Study plan. How will I put it? It's basically your interest, a brief introduction about yourself, your academic background, and then why you chose China of all places. So
Okay.
it has to be really, really convincing.
And is that something the agency can help you with, or is something that you have to draft out yourself?
You have to draft it out yourself to make it convincing enough. The agency has nothing to do with your document. They are just after your notarization and authentication.
So, do you get to contact these agency before getting an admission in the school, or the agency would help you with the application process?
Oh, okay. For type A, the agency will help you with your application process. What you have to do is just go to the CSC portal and choose three schools of your choice in China. Then forget about the rest. The agency will sort it out. But
Okay.
in type B, which is strictly the Chinese scholarships, Chinese government scholarship, you will
Mm-hmm.
have to apply first to the university of your choice. And then for master students, the university of your choice will then give you a pre-admission letter. That is not your admission letter. It's a pre-admission letter. When
Okay.
they go through your document and they are satisfied, they'll give you a pre-admission letter. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, you go back to the CSC website and then you upload the necessary documents, including your pre-admission letter.
Hmm.
So when the CSC board go through your application and you meet the merit, fine, you are in.
Okay. And the reason why that is different between the type A and the type B is because Nigerian government is associated with the type A.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
Not just Nigerian government. There are so many other countries that their governments are associated with type A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then same thing with type C, but in the case of type C, you will have to contact the supervisor first. For example, when you check my university website, we have a page where they list the names of supervisors that are available for English speakers, for international students, both masters and PhD. Yeah,
Okay.
the names are there and their emails. So you have to write an email to them to inquire if there is space in their lab, in their laboratory. So when they
Okay.
give you the go, they'll give you a letter. So with that letter, you go to the university website and then you upload the letter given to you by that specific supervisor.
Wow.
Yeah. Then from there, the school give you pre-admission letter, and then you go to CSC website and then you fill.
Okay. And just to make mention, all of this CSC pre-admission, whatever it is that you're saying, is very confusing. So please, you will send us the link, and I'll leave it in the description box so that whoever is interested in this whole process, can go to the website and read up for themselves, so that they would have more information and start the application process if they are interested. So
Okay. Oh.
after they have gotten like their international passport notarized and certified their documents, and
Mm.
if they are type A, type B, or type C, they have the connection with the agency. What next do
Yeah.
they have to do?
Oh, okay. After the admission process and stuff, which after you've gotten your admission,
Mm.
most in China, master's degree is 2 years, but you have an additional 1 year for language year. It's just like they
Okay.
want everybody to learn Chinese.
So
Okay,
automatically
but
you're in China for 3 years.
yeah, automatically you're in China for 3 years. But
Yeah.
then what most students do is, when you check the educational system between Nigeria and China, there is a huge difference.
Eh,
I
well,
find it yeah, I find it very difficult to adjust to the life here. But with the help of God, I was able to adjust. That, that is to
why,
say,
if you don't mind me asking, why was it difficult adjusting?
the thing is, their time here is very, very strict. They are very strict with timing. Very,
Okay.
very strict with timing. And then they pay special attention to laboratory work. You can't graduate without a vital like without a good lab work relating to your field. So what most international students do is when they come, the first year, which is language year, instead of learning just Chinese, they combine it with their coursework. So you are learning Chinese, you are doing your coursework.
Okay.
When you meet the credit load of your department, within a year, you should meet that credit load. So the next 2 years, you are focused solely on your experiment. Nothing like going to classes, nothing like going to language class. No, you are focusing solely on your experiment so that you'll be able to pass, and then at the right time, because actually there is an option for extension.
Okay.
Students who are not able to get their requirement under 3 years will be asked to extend their studies. But then there is a catch. There is a catch. When you're a master's student and then
Mm-hmm.
you tend to extend, there will be no stipend for you for a year. You're on your own. They don't care. What they cover is just your accommodation and tuition as a master's student. But the case is different with PhD students. I don't
Okay.
know why. I don't know why, but the
They are
case is
special
different.
people.
I think so. I think so. So every master student tends to put all energy, all the work and time just to graduate within
Um,
that 3 years
yeah.
margin. Yeah, because it's really, really difficult when you don't get your stipend again. What else? What can you do? And then for me to say this, it's illegal to work in China with a student visa.
So you cannot
It's
have cash on hand.
You cannot have cash on hand. because you're on student visa and then it's illegal. Once caught, you are deported. They don't care.
You
Once
people are
you're
too
caught,
strict in your country. What is that?
they are very, 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 very strict. When you come into the country with a business visa, do your business and go. Don't look for work. Work visa only permits for work. Don't use work visa to study. Don't use work visa for business. Don't use visa for entrepreneur. Like, it's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That it doesn't sound like good news to me, actually.
It's
Okay.
not. It's really not. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Okay, let me say this in PG. Nigeria, we get hustling spirit. We suppose they do one or thing for side, but then there is restriction.
So you
You
can.
understand? Yeah, you
Mm.
can't. You can't actually.
And just like how it is in the UK, where after masters, people can stay back in the country and
Yeah.
do other things on the postgraduate
Mm.
study visa. Is that the same in China, or when you are
No,
done with school, you have to go back to your home country?
it's not the same in China. I think China are not making that the same because of their numerous population. They have lots of people. Uh, your residence permit is, how will I put it? It's given to you according to your study duration.
Okay.
Once it's end, you're out. If you
Oh,
spend more than if you spend a year, sorry, a day is 500 RMB. 500 RMB in naira is like, how will I put it? It's like, who will help me do this math? I've forgotten, but it's
just give
more
a
than 50,
range.
it's more than 50K. Let's say currently the exchange rate is like 200 or more. So it's more than 50K. I think it's almost 100K for a day if you are caught.
But how will
Yeah.
they know?
The thing, they have cameras everywhere. Sometimes I wonder, what are these people doing? Cameras everywhere. So definitely they will know. Definitely. It might take a while, but they will
Mm-hmm.
find out. And when they find out, they will start calculating your fine from the day your
Yeah.
residence permit expires. And then you pay that fine before you get deported.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So,
But
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 it's
that
very.
that that doesn't mean it should scare people. Actually, China is really a good place to be,
Mhm.
except the language barrier and stuff. There is no much racism in China. I don't know. Maybe it's
Maybe you have
because
not
of me.
experienced.
I'm talking from my experience, actually.
Mm.
I tend to see theirs basically as curiosity and not racism. Like, they were told so many things about the black skin, and then when they see you, they want to feel like, oh, is this true? What I've been hearing, is this true? Is this true? For
Mhm.
example, I was in the metro the other day, and a very old woman just walked up very close to me, and then she touched my skin with her fingertip and I looked at the fingertip. So I was like, Aye, what we called Aye, just like an auntie. I was like,
Okay.
Aye, why will you do that? That she wanted to see if my skin color would stain her fingertips.
Ah, ah. No, no. To us, it's not everybody that will take it as a nice curiosity.
But but me, I actually took it as them being curious.
Hmm.
Maybe it's just me. It's just me. Some
Yeah,
people
it's
take
each
it
person now.
really bad.
So.
Some people take it really bad, but then the racism is not that much. I'm talking from my experience. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
of others.
That
Yeah.
Okay. And how long would you say this whole process of migrating, how long did it take you from when you got your international passport, contacting the CES and the
Yes.
agency, and then like landing in China? How long did it take you?
Plus and minus, it shouldn't be more than 5 months. Although I have a delay because of the pandemic.
Okay.
I was supposed to be in China since 2021, but I couldn't enter the country until 2022 because of the pandemic. But the whole process wasn't very hectic at that time. Yeah, at that time it wasn't hectic. Plus minus 5 months, you should be done with the whole process. Although I heard from, I don't know if it's true or it's a rumor, but I heard that currently new intakes will be required to write an exam online. But I don't know. I don't know if that is true or not.
When you say an exam, what kind of exam? Is it exam to
It
say
just
proof?
basically like Nigerian jam, but it will be
Okay.
online.
Okay. And with this
Yeah.
whole process, is there need for proof of English, like IELTS exam?
Oh no, no. China is not an English speaking country. It's not
So
an
they
English speaking country. You only need a proof of English if you are coming as a worker to teach English language. Yeah, but I came into the country without any proof of English at that time. They
okay.
won't even they won't ask you during your application.
Hmm. Okay, let's go through some questions.
Mm.
So trying to get on my Chinese game, and I know there are quite some scholarships there. Chai, it's like the parents of one's friend is taking better care of one's child. Even though one's parents are up to the task, your guess is funny and knowledgeable. So, and I've said you're
Yeah.
funny and knowledgeable. Thank you. Since the master's program is delivered in English, you must not learn the Chinese language.
That
Secondly,
is okay.
it says, secondly, please give more clarity on why you will then have a language course for 1 year. What happens if you fail that course?
Okay. For the first question, your major is being taught in English, not in Chinese. But there is you have to learn the language because some university, like my university, required at least a HSK3. HSK3 is like a Chinese language proficiency. They
Okay.
have HSK. They have HSK 1 to 7, I think so, 1 to 7 or 1 to 9. But my university require a minimum of 3.
Okay.
So you have to learn that language to get HSK3. And also in your courses, in your course outline, there are compulsory public compulsory courses, and then there are core courses, and then there are electives and interdisciplinary courses.
Hmm.
One of the public compulsory courses is elementary Chinese. You have to learn it. You learn it and then you pass. If you fail, you retake it again. It's part
For
of your
1 year.
course. It's part of your course. They don't care. It's part of your course. For example, I'm a master's student studying energy engineering here. In my department, for a master's student to be eligible to graduate, you have to earn at least 30 credit load. 30,
Hmm.
30. Yeah. And
Mhm.
then from that 30, 9 of the credit load is from public compulsory courses. And then Chinese language is part of the public compulsory courses.
Oh, okay. So it's very
Yeah,
important then that you,
it's
even if it's
very it's
basic, that you know.
even though it's basic, just know the basic, write your exam and pass. If you don't want to use the Chinese to speak to any of the natives there, it's fine. Nobody's after your life. But just cram the ones you can cram, write your exam and forget.
Okay. But when you go on the streets, like when you go grocery shopping and when you go to
Mm,
do other things, do you have to speak
mm.
Chinese? Or
Yeah,
are
you
there
have to.
like shops where you have to speak English?
No, you have to speak Chinese. Although there are some few Chinese that understand English, not like understand, but hello, hi, they know that. But then you have to at least learn some basic survival skills here, even though what you are being taught in class is different from what you hear from
On the
outside.
streets, yes.
Yes, it's it's different. For example, in class, if they want to ask you in class, where are you? Is designer, designer. But then in the street, you hear designer Ali.
Okay.
What are they saying? But
Is
then
the
that
extra
that
bit on top now?
No, but there are some words that are totally different from written and oral Chinese.
Okay.
And basically what we are taught in class is written Chinese.
Uh so you have to, learn the ones that they say on the streets by yourself.
Yeah, yeah, by yourself. And then you can only learn it if you tend to speak a little. They are very friendly when it comes to their language. For
Mm-hmm.
if you just meet an old woman and you said ni hao, she'll be like, ah, ni hao, ni xin hao. Like, Mama, I only know ni hao. Stop asking me all these things. You understand?
You know how
So
someone would be excited when you know how to speak their language. That's how it is.
this is different. This is different. If you just say ni hao, they'll just tell you ni de chung wei hang hao. That means your Chinese is so good because you say ni hao. No, it's not done that way. So basically, you have to learn Chinese a little bit to
Mm,
survive on the streets.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
And then it says, secondly, please give more clarity. Okay, no, that's not that one. The student visa and ban on working is a shame. How would one survive? So you are solely dependent on the stipend. Is the stipend
yeah.
enough?
I don't know if I should disclose the amount being paid,
No, don't disclose the amount.
but
Just tell us based on your own experience. Is it
but
enough?
okay, based on my experience, it's okay. It's very much okay. Very,
For
very
some,
much okay.
okay. And do you
But
know when somebody is coming through this study route and the person has a husband or a wife and kids, can they come
mm,
with their family?
okay, that one depends on your school.
Okay.
It depends on the school. Most schools will allow that. My school allows it. But some
Okay.
schools doesn't. They don't. Your wife or your children can come and visit and go. They can't stay with you till you finish your studies. But my school
Hmm.
allows it. It
Okay.
varies between schools.
And is this something that you can see on their, like, on their website, on the school
No,
page?
no, no,
So
no, no,
how
no, no.
did
You
you get to find out?
ah okay. It's basically how will I say now? You see things going on, and then you tend to ask. There
Okay.
is there is an international student relation office in every
Mm-hmm.
school. So when you
Yes.
see something's going on, you tend to ask what is happening. How do you go about this? How do you go about it? So that was when we get to know that some school allows it. For my school, every new intake, they
Mm-hmm.
make the they make the announcement public. If you want your family, your children to come and stay with you, you have to fill this form, fill the form. They post the form in the general group chat so everybody have a knowledge of what is going on. But I
Okay.
have some friends in other province, in other schools, obviously, that their school don't permit your wife, your children coming over. They can come over to visit, that's all, and then they go.
Okay. The
Yeah.
reason why I'm asking is, there are some people who would not like to leave their family behind.
Mm,
I'm looking at the
yeah.
fact that the whole course itself is for 3 years. So you'd have to travel and not be with your husband or be with your wife or your kids for 3 years, although they can come and visit. It's difficult.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
Hmm.
So it's something you have to ask if you are planning on coming to China on a student visa. Uh, you have to maybe send an email to the school
Mm,
asking if dependents are allowed in that school. Because if your school said no, dependents are not allowed, they are not going to give you the necessary documents required for you to process your dependent visa to stay for
yeah.
that long.
Mm, that's
Yeah,
true.
so you just have to ask.
Okay. And then next question is, sorry for bombarding with questions. What happens when you are done with schooling? Are there prospects for you? Like, can you get
Okay.
a job? Do you have the
Hmm.
space of staying back, getting a job, and changing your visa, or you have to go back to your home country?
Okay. This is a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky in the sense that Most Chinese professors, most, I'm not saying all,
Mm-hmm.
most are really not too good in English. So if you speak English well, or you are from an English speaking country, there
Mm-hmm.
is a there is a huge chance of you as a master's student continuing your PhD with the same professor, or as a PhD student continuing a postdoc in the same lab.
Okay. And for
Yeah.
people who are not into agriculture or anything that has to do with labs, so someone that wants to come and do masters in business admin or do
Mhm.
masters in another field, is there options or availability for them to come in, and are there scholarships too?
There are scholarships for them. CSC covers a wide range of courses. I'm just talking because I'm
Yes, that's
speaking
your
from my aspect.
experience.
But
That's absolutely
but
correct.
but yeah, they cover a wide range of courses: fishing, economics, law, um, so many things. So
Okay.
many things. So many courses are available. But then the problem with humanity courses is, when you finish your study, the chances are really not that uh it's the chances of you doing a postdoc or continuing a PhD is really not that big when you compare to science and engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So apparently you have to go back to your home country then.
Apparently, but when you finish from here, there are agencies that actually help fresh graduates to get an entrepreneurial visa. I don't know how that is being done at the moment, because uh, I think I didn't give it a thought because I still have some time left on my student visa. But I have friends who have done that immediately they finish masters. Most of them, they don't want to continue with PhD, and then they don't want to go home. So
Mm,
there is the entrepreneurship visa is for fresh graduates.
okay.
It's for fresh graduates. Basically, it's just like they call it entrepreneurship visa, but you can do a very few work with it: modeling, marketing, sales rep, and stuff with the entrepreneurship visa. But then it lasts for just a year. So if you're smart enough, once you are with entrepreneurship visa, it's very, very easy to convert into a work visa.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, it's easier to convert an entrepreneurship visa to work visa than to convert a student visa to work
Mhm.
visa.
Okay. And next, Chinese is fun, no? You should venture into comedy. Anna, I've told you to venture into comedy, so you'll be doing me how. And then the next question is, what is social life like there? Do you feel isolated? For the fact that you don't have family members close by, how do you cope?
Social life. Okay. 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 Basically, I'm an indoor person, but then
When did you become indoor? Mm,
Messi, somebody can change. I'm an indoor
mm,
person.
it's so, of course.
You know, as you grow old, you tend to leave some things behind. But
Oh,
seriously, but seriously,
mhm.
social in China is really good,
Okay.
really, really good,
Are
really good.
things
Just
expensive?
why
Are things expensive?
things are not ac- okay when okay at first when I came, when I want to buy something, I tend to convert to naira, and then I'll be like, ha, this little thing, I'll get this for 20K. No, I'm not buying. But yeah, but when I remove that mentality from my mind,
Mhm.
you can see that things are not expensive. You can go clubbing and spend at most 100 yuan. You're good. So things are generally not expensive, and then social life is really nice. That is if you know where to go. Social life is really
Okay. And your stipends are enough for you to go clubbing, to be
of
spending
course.
on things and having a social life.
Yeah, the stipends are enough if you know how to manage. Because the stipend, if you convert it to naira, I think it's more than a lecturer two salary. So it's okay.
You are the only person there. Oh. You know, you don't have a family at the moment,
That
so they
is
get
the
some money.
problem. I'm talking because
So you're talking based on the fact that you are single.
I'm
Imagine
single.
somebody
Yeah.
who has family back home and they need to send money to them. Do you think that would be, good enough?
Mm, yeah, it will be good enough. Yeah, it will be good enough. Your family should learn how to manage. You to learn how to manage. It will be good enough. Because you here you don't pay accommodation, you don't pay tuition, you don't pay health, you don't pay what have you. So you
You
should.
practically don't pay anything. All you have to do is go to school and pass.
No, you pay for electricity in your room, and then connection and stuff.
Collection. What are you collecting?
Connecting like Wi-Fi,
Okay,
router
okay,
and stuff.
okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because
Ah,
there are some that the router doesn't. The school Wi-Fi is free, but there are sometimes that it doesn't get into your room, so you have to have an extra connection.
okay.
Yeah, but when you are outside the campus, it's free in your lab, in the classroom, in the study rooms. It's free.
Okay. And then it says, please, do you know if they permit your relative to come over? Is your partner allowed to work? So let me break this into two questions. You know how people can, invite their parents or a friend to come over in the UK? Can you invite somebody to come over? That's question one. Question two, for people who their schools allow them to bring dependents, can their dependents work when they come?
Okay. You are actually allowed to invite your friends over, your relative over, but they are not staying. They are not staying for more than a month. I think that this doesn't have to do with just school. It's the general Chinese law. Your relative doesn't stay up to a month when inviting over. And then for your partner to work, if you are on a work visa, it's a different story. Because your partner is coming into the country based on your work visa. So your
Yeah.
partner can work.
Work,
But
yeah.
since you are on a study visa and your partner is coming based on your study visa, it's not allowed to work.
Ah,
Your
so what would the
partner is
person be doing then?
just inside, walking up and down.
Are
It's
you serious?
crazy.
Are you
It's
serious though?
really. I'm serious. It's really, really crazy. It's crazy to the point that most family that have kids here, unlike the UK or the US, when you have kids in their country, the kids become a citizen. Yeah, but here they don't
Yeah, but
give a
but not
birth.
immediately in the UK though, except you have like your citizenship and stuff.
And in China here, no, 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 no. And then it's the visa also contributes to your kids being admitted to their schools here or not. Most parents on study visa don't get their children admitted in school
It's not allowed.
because it's I don't know. I think it's their school policy because they'll be like, okay, you're a student. How do you expect to pay for this person's tuition or something? Mind you, tuition fee in China is very expensive.
Oh, so
Very,
it's
very.
not free then.
Yeah, so when you take your child to a school to register as a student, they'll be like, "Is it with your stipend you want to pay this child's school fees?" Something like that.
Okay. So that
Uh,
means education is not free for kids, healthcare is not free either. You have to pay
mm,
for
it's
those.
not.
Hmm,
It's not. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So, oh, we've done almost 40 minutes. Well, let us summarize this whole video so that people can
Okay.
go about their day. Saturday,
Let's
England is playing very soon.
okay.
So let's summarize this video. For
Mm,
somebody who is looking to move to China, we have just talked about ways in which you can go about it and informed you that there are scholarships available. We've talked about lifestyle in China, getting used to how everything is done in China. So, brief summary, just tell us step
mm.
one, get your passport, step two, do this one, step three, do
First,
that one.
before getting your passport, get your academic credentials ready. All should be originals. Get them notarized. Get them authenticated. If your bachelor's is not from Nigeria, you have to get it translated to English and stuff like that. After that, after getting your document authenticated, notarized, you apply to the agency. That's if you want a type A, you apply to the agency. If you want a type C, a type B, you apply directly to the Chinese government. If you want a type C, you apply to the intended school. When you have gotten your pre-admission for type C, you go ahead to apply at the CSC portal. If you've gotten your agency number for type A, you go ahead to apply in your on your sorry on the CSC portal, and then you keep waiting. The whole admission process with after application and stuff is not up to 2 months. 2 months. So yeah, it's really fast, very fast. So
Mhm.
you keep checking, you keep checking, and then when you get an admission, good. Sometimes before you even know whether you've gotten an admission or not, and your school, your internet school, have already created a WhatsApp group or a WeChat group, as China calls it, and then all informations will pass there.
Okay. Oh, that's that's really good. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think I have any more questions to ask. I don't know if anybody has any question to ask. So this is the point where if you want clarity on something, please leave it in the comment section so that we can answer it for you. Or better put, so that our guests can answer it for you. But it is something to consider if you are single and
Mm,
you do not mind moving
no,
to China if you are married, because
no,
me
really.
with pupils restriction, it is too much
Mm,
restriction for me.
yeah.
I cannot leave my husband and move to China. But if you are single, if you are single and you don't mind if you are married, then this is something that
Let
you can consider. What?
let who breathe. But then there is a scholarship specifically meant for married people. Should I say married
Okay.
people? Should I say married people? No, not specifically made for married people, but it's
Okay.
beneficial for married.
Okay.
It's called MOFCON. I don't know if I've heard of it. MOFCON is also a very good scholarship, and then they tend to hold MOFCON students at high team, because according to MOFCON requirements, only federal government workers in a country can be given MOFCON scholarship. So if you're a federal government worker and then you're giving a MOFCON scholarship to China, the Chinese government holds you in very high esteem, in the
Okay.
sense that you are working for your state, your country's government, you are responsible, you pay your
Mhm.
tax, stuff like that. So most
Yeah.
of the laws applied to CSC students are a bit relaxed when it comes to MOFCON.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
But
just to,
that still doesn't mean you should work with your MOFCON visa. No.
oh my God. See, there is still restriction. So even if you
There is
have this being held in high esteem, you still cannot work.
You still cannot work, but then it's very easy to get your dependents to work.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a positive then. So even if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
cannot work as a student, your dependent can get that
can, yeah,
opportunity to work. Oh, that's really good.
yeah,
So in the description of this live, we would leave the link to the sites and for you to read more about it and start the process if it is something that you would want to consider. I don't
yeah.
think.
I think it opens
Okay, yes, that's true.
It opens February, March every year.
Okay. So it does not open all the time.
No. It's once in a year. They get admission and then it's closed till the next year. For example, new students will be resuming in September, August, September.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So this year is out of it already till next year.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
put this in your calendar and put a reminder for you so that by February, March of next year, you can start this whole process if it's something that you're
Yeah.
interested in. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Anna. Thank you
Thank you
for.
for having me. I-
Thank you so much. And I'm going to be doing a video on how you can migrate to the UK as a business analyst. Yes.
oh,
With
okay.
certificate of sponsorship from your home country if you're an international applicant. So be on the lookout for that. And I will leave you all to have a wonderful weekend. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Anna, have you subscribed? so So if you are a guest, please do subscribe to the channel. My name is Mercy and I'm currently in the UK. And on my
Oh,
channel, I talk about migration. I talk about nursing because I'm a nurse. I do content on nursing.
right.
I do content on lifestyle. And I do some vlogs. So if this is something that, it tickles your fancy, please do subscribe to the channel, like the content, share it, and turn on your post notification bell so that by the time I put out a new content, you'll be the first person to be notified.
Yeah. But
Anyways, thank you
they should
all.
not they should not forget about the timing.
What do you mean by that?
Because it's almost midnight here.
Oh my, oh yeah, that's true. It's 7 hours different
Yeah,
from,
7 hours.
yes, from the
Yeah.
time in Nigeria. Yeah, so you have to get used to whenever you want to call somebody from home, you have to consider the time difference.
That is the major problem. That is a problem. Especially to married people that their families are not here. It's a huge challenge. But what can
Well,
singles do? Singles have to
you are enjoying now. I don't want to throw banter on you while live. I don't throw banter on you.
good, good.
But anyways, please do consider this if it's something that you are interested in. Thank you so much, Anna. We're really
Yeah,
grateful.
thank you for having me.
All right. Go and sleep. It's nighttime. It's midnight. So go and sleep.
Okay,
All
bye.
right. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.